Hi, my name's Tobin from Mod Squad Juniors, and this is Tobin's How To. Today I'm going to be teaching E01 how to split firewood. So as you can see, we've got all our different axes and mauls and sledgehammers here. This is a hatchet, and it's typically used for outdoors and small branches and stuff like that. So this is an axe. You basically use this for almost anything. It's not the best for chopping wood because it doesn't have a wedge, but this is good for like doing timber sports. This is a 6-pound maul, and as you can see, what I talked about earlier, this is a wedge. It splits the log open. This one's a 6-pound one. It's a bit lighter. But if you go to the next one here, this one's an 8-pound maul, and this one's a bit better because it has a nice starting wedge to it, and it's got a big round back to it, so you can use it as a sledgehammer too, or you can grab a sledgehammer and hit it a couple times till it goes through. This is a splitting axe. It's quite sharp and dangerous. My dad actually got cut from the little backside here. It's kind of like a maul, but it's too light to be one, so I like to stay away from this one. So as you can see, this is a sledgehammer. It's a 6-pound sledgehammer. You use this for wedges or, like I said, with the splitting maul. 8 pounds. And it does a bit more because obviously it's heavier. If you're ever doing logging or splitting firewood, you have to have safety equipment on. Safety boots, they're steel-toed, so if an axe hits, nothing's gonna happen to your toes. And then we have safety glasses for keeping our eyes safe from wood chips, that when you hit the wood or you're doing chainsawing, you don't get chips in your eyes. Some Stanfields here. This is not really safety equipment, it's just kind of logger stuff. They kind of keep you protected from like prickly bushes, berry bushes, and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna be using these, but these are logger pants or kind of chaps. These basically protect you if your chain accidentally hits you in the leg. So if it hits, it'll jam up the chain. We always have to have safety. Safety first, right? So you got all your safety gear on?
Yeah.
Put your you want to come over? This crack tells you that that is the weak point in the wood. So you always try and aim to split here. And if you see multiple cracks like this or this, just try and choose the biggest crack in the piece of wood. Lots of times there can be knots, and knots are a starting of a new branch. And those can really affect your chopping because they're very dense and they're really hard to split open. There are lots of different ways people chop wood, but for my opinion and my dad's opinion, we think the best way is to start your hands at the top of the maul so you don't have to use as much energy, and you lift it up, and once you get to the 90-degree angle, you bring your hands down and you try and hit the crack as accurate as you can. Sometimes you'll miss, but that's okay. Nobody gets it perfect. This split completely through. It was a nice split, and this is perfect size for firewood. And this wood is called alder. It's a hardwood, but it's actually very easy to split. We take this type of wood, and we put it in our cord. So just stack it, and you can see we got 3 cords here. A cord is 4 feet high, 4 feet wide, and 8 feet long. So, Lon, you want to try splitting some wood? There's an easier way of doing it for like people who are first trying out. Is you can just start your hands at the top, lift your hands up, and drop it down on the wood, and just let the weight of the maul do the work. Don't put any strength into it. It's just the weight of the maul. So if you want to shake it loose to get your maul out because it's stuck, just give it a nice hit tap on the very end of the maul, just like that, and then it'll come out, and you can try again. Yes, there we go. Okay, so when you see this, that means you're 3/4 of the way through. You're basically done. Now, you just give a little tap, and try and hit it in the same place, and just give it a nice, good swing at it. Nice! You can see here, there's a crack, so don't go anywhere else but the crack here. There you go! This is perfect size firewood. So this wood is maple. This is a hardwood as well, and it's a bit harder to split. So that's why it might have been a bit more difficult for Lowen to split this, but he did a very good job. Okay, so this is a wedge. A wedge is typically used for very knotty wood or huge rounds. Rounds that you cannot split. You don't want to start it right in the middle, because if you hammer it all the way through, sometimes it doesn't split. And you start where a crack is, or at the like kind of end of it. So right here we have a crack kind of near the edge of the piece of wood. So you can use a small hatchet or axe to start it in, and then you start using the bigger sledgehammers to go through. So if you see here, just have to give it a little bit of a knock, and then it's in. And once it's in, you take a bigger sledgehammer, so this is 6-pound one, and start with your hands kind of close to the top, giving it knocks, and then you start getting bigger. Until it splits. So as you can see, it took quite a bit of energy to just do this half piece here. And once you have it split in half, you can just use them all because it's so much easier. You want to try using the wedge? Okay. Right in the crack. Make sure not chop your hand off. That's probably good. And remember, when you use the sledgehammer, you want to go start up here, just give it a couple taps, get used to the length you're away from it, so you don't break the handle right off like that or miss it. So give it a full blow when you're ready. There you go. Nice. There you go. That's nice. So this wood is cedar. This is used in a lot of houses. The wood smells, it's my favorite smell. Basically my favorite smell. It smells so nice. This piece of cedar here, it has really stringy bark. So that's also when you can tell it's cedar. We've made some live wood planters here. What we did to this one here, this was our first one we've ever done, is my dad chainsawed it right in half, this ground here. This is called hemlock. It's a softwood, but it's really hard to split. And he then made a triangle. We hauled it out, planed the top of it so it looked a little nicer. And then we had to do all the measurements to cut this and screw it in to the side. And we added dirt and we planted some flowers. Same thing with this one. We just hollowed it out and we put some plants in. So this is a chair. I'm still working on it. Have to put some varnish on it and some linseed oil. But this is almost done. This is a maple chair, and this is a gift for a friend of ours. So what we covered off today in Tobin's how-to is we learned different axes, the mauls, types of wood, how to split, safety gear, boots, safety glasses, and the consequences for not being safe. So you might think that our parents are not here, but my dad's right there filming me and making sure everything's okay. We're staying safe and staying fit. This is Tobin's How To, and see you guys in the next video.